Hello, Gil. My name is Mike Davis. I teach at Shady Canyon Golf Club in Southern California. Thanks for sending your film clip into the Golf Digest Challenge. Gil, got to be honest with you, a little bit grainy on the video. I'll do what I can. It's got a little camera jiggle. I'm guessing this is a cell phone, maybe an iPhone or BlackBerry or some kind of handheld phone movie. But regardless, not knowing how much you play, one of your comments was you have very high ball flight and you hit it really straight. And I think I know why, but I'm guessing that maybe you'd be looking for some more distance. So, interesting place you're hitting from here. I don't know if that's in a fairway bunker or parking lot or where it is, but it looks pretty dry and barren. Just maybe it's the part of the country you're in, and maybe it's some dormant grass. But a couple things, Gil. I'm going to break this down into an 8-frame sequence, and then I got a couple, 2 or 3 things I think that'll help you. So when I spread this out over an 8-frame sequence, okay, let me slide you over a little bit so we can get you in all the frames. Okay, Gil, number 1, top left would be our first frame in the sequence. I'll put a white dot right in the upper left hand corner. That would be number 1. This would be number 8 down in the bottom right corner. So pretty good setup. I'm liking your setup. I'm thinking that our point of focus is going to be here and here. So we're going to look at this. Basically, I think we got some backswing amendments that can take place. It'll help you. I think you'll hit it probably a little lower, probably a little bit further, and I'm guessing you don't take a lot of divots at this point. So the big thing that I see in your golf swing here, Gil, is I'm going to go ahead and put what we call a plane tool. It's a graphic that illustrates the parameters of the swing plane, and it's going to be shaded in yellow. And what we'd like to see is that golf club move through that plane as much as possible. And it doesn't surprise me a whole bunch that your golf club is well underneath the plane. Okay, so if I draw a circle in red where that club head is at this point, and this is the shaft that goes back into your hands, that would be very flat and inside. And it's very typical of people that do not hinge the club much in their backswing or too late in their backswing. So we also can see here, Gil, that here's your arm and here's the shaft. We really don't have that golf club set very well, and set means creating a strong angle between the lead hand, which would be your glove hand or your left hand, and the golf shaft. So stronger angle we can create there, the more leverage we have at the bottom of our swing. So let me clean this up a little bit, and I'm going to focus in on this position at the top of your swing. Now, for the sake of ease, I'm going to put a tour player next to you. We're going to use this guy, kind of an obscure player. Not a lot of people know about this guy yet, but his name's Tiger. He's going to do okay, I think, this kid. I'm going to slide you over a little bit. And I just want you to kind of notice the position at the top of the swing for the two of you. He's got a much greater angle, and if you draw a line straight through his forearm, it's parallel to the plane angle created by his shaft at address. If we do those same graphics for you, I'm going to draw a line through the shaft, and then I'm going to draw a line through your arm at the top of your swing. So it's very, very flat, very, very what we would call laid off, and you just don't have much angle set in there. Okay, so number 1, we're going to keep your posture. I think there's no problem with that. And Gil, I apologize, I don't know how much golf you play or how long your season is or how much you get to practice, but these are some very, very simple things I think that will help you quite a bit. So as you start the club back, I want you to feel like you're hinging the club. Hinging the club would be bringing the tip of the club more towards your right shoulder as you come back. And if we were to do such a thing, the club is elevated quicker. So at this position, if I draw a circle around your hands, the shaft, the club, and the hands are completely contained. If I draw a circle around your hands, we still have the shaft, the club head over here, and the shaft this way. As you can see on the right, Tiger's, you can't even see his shaft because it's completely hidden because it's so much on plane. Okay, now let's advance this a bit further to the top of your swing. You see his hands are very high, way above his shoulders, more like the top of the cap. Yours are more like at chin level. So when your arm here, I'm going to draw a line against your arm there. When your arm gets trapped against your chest, and here's the outline of your chest, you don't have a very big range of motion, so that's why you have such a short backswing. So a couple things, not to make this too complicated, but I want you to do a couple of drills. I want you to, I'm going to go ahead and put this next door. This is something I think you should practice with shorter irons, okay? This is myself, and I'm just hitting some wedge shots from the top tee where I teach. And as I go back, I hinge the club pretty early. It lets the club come up and less inside. And this thing is pointing straight down the range there. As you come back, your club is pointing somewhere off into no man's land, and it's just laid off. So if you can create a stronger angle with your hands and the club, you're going to be able to get a lot more leverage on the downswing. So let's go from the top one more time, Gil. Let's put this plane tool in here, and I'm going to let it go in slow motion. Because your whole sequence isn't too bad. There's one other little minor thing that I want you to look at. I think as soon as we talk about this, you'll see it immediately. But I'm going to draw a little box around your front foot there. Highlight that a little bit to accentuate our focus. Just let this play. Now as I advance this video, we make contact and you completely spin up and out of the shot so that your toe is pointing downrange towards the target, and so much so that it even gets bent out this way to the left by, I don't know, 30-40 degrees. So what happens when you don't hinge the club, Gil, if you don't hinge the club with your wrists, the next best point is at the elbow, which you're not doing, so that's a good thing. But as you come back here, if you don't hinge the golf club properly, all you have is this big torquing of your body. And when you do that, you're not able to keep your balance and spin and get any effective torque. You can also see here late in your swing, you still haven't released the club. So, Gil, really quick, simple stuff. I think what I would like you to do is film yourself again. See if you can get this on a tripod so it doesn't jiggle as much. And by the time you get the golf club with your hands about as high as your waist, we want that club to be pointing more straight back towards the camera. Once again, if you drew a circle, the club, the shaft, and your hands are contained in that circle right about now. Eventually, as you get deeper into your swing, at the top of your swing, your hands should be more up in this area. The shaft should be pointing more downrange this way, and your arm obviously would be up in this area there. So Gil, good luck to you. Thanks so much for submitting your video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to, here's my info. I am on the West Coast, so keep that in mind if you do try to contact me. Good luck, Gil, and thanks for submitting your video to the Golf Digest Challenge. Have a great day. Bye-bye.